video gets 100,000 likes, I'll put my V10 engine in this car.
If this video gets 100,000 likes, he's putting his V10 engine in this car. It's supercharged, by the way. Bobby!
Come on, stop that!
Come here, buddy boy! Go outside! Hello boys, and welcome back to another video. Today, we're gonna be doing something to this car that is responsible for it starting. You might be thinking, doesn't need gas, doesn't need spark plug, cables, a distributor. What could it be? Could it be air? Does it need air? No, octopus brain, it's actually a starter. We need a starter. My starter's somewhere down in there, and I gotta remove it, and I have to go to AutoZone, and I have to get a new one. If you saw my last video of me taking this car home, my starter died literally when I went to go pick this car up from Caleb's shop. So I'm gonna remove it right now from this car. We'll hop in the 335i, go to AutoZone because it's right across the street and we shouldn't overheat in that distance. And then we'll come back, put it in this car, and then I can drive this car around for the time being. And I'm sorry for wearing a hat. I know it makes it harder for you guys to like see my face, but it's like the nicest day it's been like in months, and it's so sunny, so like I have to shield my eyes to be able to talk to you guys. But ain't this a sight to see right here? So beautiful. We got the starter out. It's right there. So this is a starter. Looks pretty dirty, looks pretty old. There's quite a bit of clutch material on it. Check it out. So anyway, my friend Tyler's on his way over here right now, and he's gonna be taking me to AutoZone to get a new one and to recycle this one. That's the way to start things off right. All right, boys, so we got the new starter. I actually switched over the ground from the old starter onto this one because this is a starter for a manual transmission. I found out the old starter was a starter from an automatic. So I think, and Tyler, I know you're probably, not you Tyler, previous owner Tyler, I know you're probably watching this, but my hypothesis here is that you just took the automatic starter from the old motor and put it into the B18. So I now have a manual starter. Alright, so the starter's in. Last thing I have to do is check the oil, because as you guys may know, I have a massive oil leak, and I wasn't able to check it when I drove the car home because the dipstick is like right next to the exhaust manifold, and the car's cold right now, so I'll just check it now and see how it is. Oil level looks good, boys. Gauges still aren't working, haven't fixed that yet, but we're gonna go ahead and just take it around the block real quick. I just want to see if that oil leak is still on the patio. So it didn't rain the other day, but I want to look for this oil leak. Yeah, it looks like there's a little bit of oil there on the ground. You'll probably be able to hear a little bit of turbo noise. Every time I drive this car, I like forget how much I miss it, like how fun it is. Yeah. This is the car I'm attached to. All right, we'll see if I can get some turbo noise here. It'd be right. Did you hear a little like? Did you hear it?
I just did, yeah. It sounded good.
Ooh, I wonder what I just scraped. Probably my exhaust. And let's test if the starter worked. Like, it obviously worked, but let's see if it's like broken now or if it's still good. I don't know, that doesn't make any sense, but let's just do it anyway. Beautiful. There's a potato chip in my shift boot.
Thank you.
Oh my God. What do you think? Turbo Civic, Turbo Miata coming soon?
Good. Very good.
Very good.
Yeah, I'm looking to sell a Turbo Miata, but this is gonna be a lot of fun, dude.
Yeah.
It's so like such a small car.
I know, dude. We're gonna rip this thing. The summer B-dubs car meets are gonna be dope.
This is your good car. This is the piece of crap, right?
Yeah. This is my good car.
If this video gets 100,000 likes, I'll put my V10 engine in this car.
If this video gets 100,000 likes, he's putting his V10 engine in this car. It's supercharged, by the way. Yo, how long has it been since this Miata's run?
3 months now. So.
3 months. Starting the Miata. Oh, baby. Hell yeah. So as you guys probably just saw, we just went over to Tyler's house to bleed the clutch on the Miata and try to get into gear because it hasn't been able to go into gear for like 3 months. I need to fix these gauges. I want to do this like tomorrow maybe. It's freaking raining. I just want to work on you. So today is day 2. I actually decided that I want to try to fix the gauges in this video as well. I have a couple of theories as to what could be wrong with the gauges. Well, mainly just one right now, or 2 I guess. So I could have a bad ground, which I don't think is the issue. It's unlikely that I have bad grounds. But I'm noticing that when the air fuel ratio gauge and the boost gauge are like cycling on and off, I'm noticing that it's happening at the exact same time. They're both wired to the exact same switch power source right now, and I'm wondering if that power source is cycling and causing those 2 things to cycle as well. Doesn't really make any sense because I took the switch power source from my radio, which should not be cycling. But regardless, I bought a expandable fuse circuit, and I'm gonna go ahead and plug it into the fuse box and try to wire the power sources into the fuse box. Oh, pupper. Why does it have to? Who are we barking at? Nobody even outside. It's freaking raining outside. I'm gonna go put my shoes on and see what we can do about this situation. Alright, so this is gonna be kind of hard for me to film because it's in such a small, hard to reach area, but I cut the wire, power wire to the AEM Uego. So this is wired into all the rat's nest of wiring from that. Basically, I guess what I'm trying to say is that I have to connect this to the expandable fuse that's gonna go into the fuse box. So, here's my expandable fuse. Let's hope I bought the right size. It looks like it should be. Alright, so I have a 15 amp fuse, which is I'm gonna be tapping into the power for the radio, which I know doesn't really make sense because I was already using a switch power source from the radio. We're gonna see. This should work because the radio stays on all the time while the car's on, unless I turn it off. So, I'm gonna go ahead and do this. It's just gonna be really hard to film this because it's in such a small area, like I said. So I'm gonna do it and then I'll get back to you when I'm gonna test it out. Alright boys, this is the moment of truth. I just wired it all in. Let me see if I can show you. It's gonna be hard. Yep, there it is. So I got both fuses in. I got the wiring done. The wire is just kind of hanging right now, so I'm gonna have to secure that back up before I start driving. But this is the moment of truth. I'm gonna go ahead and turn the ignition on. The radio should come on, and so should the gauge. Alright. Heat. Wait, this is new. Heat. It's heating. This looks like it's working. This is what I was told should happen. So I think it's heating the O2 sensor right now. I don't know if I'm supposed to wait for it to load or something, but I'm just going to. Oh! Ah! Stop it! Okay. Oh, it's reading. It's reading. Let's Oh. Wait, why can't I press the clutch? What's in the way? Wiring. I almost ripped out my wiring. I'm gonna go ahead and start it and see what we get. Okay. Heat. Aha! Oh baby, look at that! Frick yeah, so both gauges are working perfectly. I don't know what a good air fuel ratio should be, so I'm gonna have to do some research. I know it shouldn't be anywhere over there. Green means go, yellow means no, red means frick, but we're in the green. Let's see what happens when I give her a little rev ski. The highest I saw was 14. All right, cool, awesome. I'm freaking so pumped that that's working now. It's gonna be dope. Alright boys, so sorry for just cutting you out right there. That was pretty much where I stopped filming for the day. I can't believe I forgot to do an outro. I was doing such a good job of documenting that process. But anyway, yeah, I forgot to do an outro. There's a couple of things that I did after this that I did not film, and it was because I kind of knew I was doing a hack job. Like I was basically I cut into the factory wiring harness for the ECU, which is like pretty frowned upon. I didn't really realize how stupid what I was doing was until I'd already done it. So I'm kind of glad I didn't film that. I'll show you guys once I get all that sorted out exactly what I was doing and why I was doing it, but I'm essentially still trying to figure out how to get the wideband, like the AFR gauge, to communicate with Honda S Manager. The gauge is reading accurately, but I'm trying to figure out how to get it to display that information from the gauge into the S Manager Studio, which I can pull up here real quick and show you guys what I'm talking about. I've showed you guys this software in like a couple of other videos, but this is essentially like the Honda tuning software. Alright, so here you guys can see all the parameters for the tune and stuff. Alright, so you guys can see here that these are the settings for the AFR gauge. I have the wideband input source as D10 ELD, so I basically tapped into the D10 ELD wire. This is all nerd stuff. This is all stuff that you guys probably don't care about. So basically what I'm trying to show you here is that this panel right here is where it reads all of my car's sensors. So we have engine coolant temp, we have intake air temp, we have RPM. AFR is not reading accurately. Everything else pretty much reads accurately except for AFR. So something's going on with my wiring probably that isn't giving it an accurate reading. So essentially what I'm trying to say after like 3 minutes of rambling right there is that I basically just have to figure out how to get S Manager to communicate with the gauge and the gauge to communicate with S Manager. As soon as I can get S Manager to have the proper data from the wideband, I can actually go ahead and start making tuning adjustments on my own to kind of just get like a street tune on the car so that I can get into a little bit of boost before I even get the car to the dyno. I don't know much about tuning, but I learned this stuff very quickly, and it would be so cool if I could personally do like a base street tune so that I can just get a little bit of boost going. I think that'd be so freaking cool, but I do still have to fix the oil leak, which is literally the worst problem ever. It's pissing me off so much. I just have to figure out where it's coming from, which since the weather's been terrible, it's been raining, I can't like get under the car. I also have to change the injectors, which now my brother let me borrow a belt sander so I can sand down the outside of a socket like I said I was going to. Should be able to get those injectors done like this weekend. Yeah, we're getting really close. Wiring, oil leak, injectors, then I can do a base mat myself, and then I just gotta save up a little bit more money, get the clutch, get the car tuned, and this thing's gonna be a missile. It's gonna be dope. Then we can talk about doing brakes and rotors and fixing the brake line stuff, and there's a lot of work that I really wanna do to the Civic. I just have to wait for the right time. So, also, I don't know if I ever showed you guys this, but check this out. I took this photo of the Civic, it's on my Instagram, and I had it blown up and printed out and made a giant poster of it. I think it looks so sick. I just really like the colors and stuff in this photo. Let me see if I can give you guys a better look. Yeah. Okay, I need to stop making this video any longer. I know that people get mad when YouTubers like make their video over 10 minutes. I'm not intentionally trying to make this over 10 minutes. I'm just trying to show you guys everything and make sure that you guys are aware of like what's going on with everything. Because I know it's kind of frustrating when you guys like aren't kept up to date on things that you're interested in. So sorry for making this video any longer than it has to be. I'm gonna go ahead and start wrapping things up here. If you guys want to check out that photo, put my Instagram on the screen right here. Also, we are getting very, very close to 2,000 subscribers, which is freaking awesome. It's so crazy. You can bet your ass I'm gonna be sitting here watching like a live subscriber count once we get to like 195-ish. Also, I did say that when we hit 2,500 subscribers, I will be like designing some kind of merch. Some people were saying they want smaller items like keychains or like maybe like a jet tag type deal. That would be sick. I would love to try to make some of those. I don't know how yet or who would do it, but as soon as we hit 2,500 subs, I'm gonna go ahead and start looking into designing merch and saving up some money so that I can stock some inventory for you guys. That would literally be like the next step towards dream come true, like living the dream, because that's the ultimate goal. Like I would love to be at a point where I can design and make clothing and you guys want it. My brother is an amazing artist and I might even be able to get him to do some cool designs for us. And I think that we would have something really special on our hands. The faster you guys get this channel to 2,500 subscribers, the faster I can get you guys some merch and like make the next step towards living the dream. So that's where I'm gonna end it. I know I said that like 3 times, sorry. If you like this video, please leave a thumbs up. If you dislike this video, get the heck out of here. And as I always say, boys, remember to plan, commit, execute, and attain your goals, and live the dream, baby. Bye.